Hi, welcome back to my channel, and this is a sound off on the Real Housewives of Potomac. Okay, so this episode, it was a little bit dry for me. Okay, I didn't love it. I didn't love it too much. But I mean, let's get into it. Okay, so it opens up with Ashley meeting Sheila down to the nursery trying to get some plants and some flowers for her housewarming party. And see, I didn't really care too much about that. The only thing I took away from this scene is, Miss Sheila messy too. Miss Sheila messy too. She wanted to know about this lawsuit with Michael suing Candace. Out of everybody that's been on the show, the one person I have never, ever, ever, ever seen it for is Ashley. There was a brief moment where I was trying to give Mia a chance, okay? I used to love Giselle. I used to love Robin at one point. I liked the Bird Lady at one point. I loved Karen up until season 5. I have liked everybody on that cast at some point, but not Ashley. And it ain't changing. That Ashley is messy, messy. It frustrates me why Candace and Wendy can't understand that Ashley is who she showed you. She done showed y'all who she is. Why don't y'all believe her? So yeah, back to this lawsuit. Ashley is claiming that she has no knowledge about it. She has nothing to do with it. She doesn't know anything. All she knows is that Candace's comments about Michael and the escort last season hurt his business. And my thing is, if you don't know anything about it, then how do you know that? And that really pissed me off. But that's why I can't get into Ashley. Ashley's not only mean and messy. Ashley's not only messy, she's wicked. She does things to impact people's lives permanently, and then she's acting like, well, I don't understand. I don't know. Like, I don't know why she's acting like this. And she starts to speak high-pitched and proper, and and then we're supposed to forget that she's evil. Anyways, this girl is evil, okay? And I don't have nothing for Ashley Darby. The fact that she would say that Candace's comments hurt Michael's business is a load of crap. Is it because she insinuated that he had gay sex? Like, I'm confused because Michael was caught in a hotel room season 5 while you guys were filming. He was caught with an escort in his drawers. The picture was everywhere. And then there was a video that she made, and that was also everywhere. You mean that didn't hurt his business? The multiple butt grabbing and violating of people's personal space and personal parts, that didn't hurt his business? Him acting a fool at that finale party because Juan proposed to Robin and he was getting aggressive and putting his fingers in people's face, that didn't hurt his business. This man has been acting a fool for 7 seasons in a row. And that didn't hurt his business. He followed Candace and Chris down to the Bahamas and attacked a person that he thought was Candace. That didn't hurt his business. But Candace saying that he paid a male escort for sex, that hurt his business. Y'all know where Ashley and her husband can go, right? Yes. So next we get this scene with Mia and Karen, and I'm loving Karen's energy towards Miss Mia, okay? Like my late mother would say, treat them with contempt, okay? Karen was like, yes, we can shake hands. Don't hug. We're not hugging. We're not hugging. Let's shake hands. I feel like I ain't mad at Karen because the stuff that Mia did last season to Karen, it was uncalled for. It was like, yo, Mia is a crazy person. Like, that lady is she's just chaotic for no reason. Nothing about her makes sense. She just lie and make up stuff, pull things out of her behind, just says any and everything, and she feels like that's entertainment. And I blame you, Carlos King, because you hyped her up her first season, and she's just a fool. She a fool. And I'm waiting for you to retract. your nonsense statements, because that Mia is a fool. Because that Mia, she a clown. Anyways, I really didn't care too much about this Mia and Karen scene. I just like the fact that Karen was giving her the cold shoulder. And I don't even understand why she would think that Karen would treat her any other way. Like, the things that she would, girl, you just did too much. You just did too much. She can go where Ashley and her husband went. We can send her over there too. Okay, so we get this scene with Candace at home, and she's with her friend Nye. He's also her songwriter, and I believe he started managing her last season. I'm not too sure, but I think so. And it was an awkward scene. It was a little awkward. It's a little weird. Something about it went all right. It looked like they cut and pasted and clipped some things together. Word on the street is the production ain't not really feeling Candace too much because she won't kiss Giselle's ass and move forward with Giselle. So they're going to be playing on my girl's top. It is what it is. The season going to be dry. Y'all keep playing with Candace. I can tell you that much. But anyways. So Nia is asking Candace if they should have Drew perform with them, I think in Chicago. You know, she's on tour. And Candace is kind of like, oh, no. And that's kind of where the awkwardness began. I ain't really trying to speculate on what exactly was happening. Candace said that that's not how it really went. So it is what it is. It was a little drama. People were like, oh yeah, Candace has gotten, her head is too big. She's looking down on Drew. And I don't think I care. This is my thing here. I saw somebody say that we're not going to play on Drew's top and Drew is this and da-da-da-da-da. Okay, let's be real here. As far as an actress, Drew is a phenomenal actress. Okay, her resume speaks for itself. I would never try to be a hater and take nothing away from nobody, okay? And as far as singing, Drew has a beautiful voice. She can really sing. She really has something special about her voice. It's not even just like, oh, she can carry a tune. No, she really can sing. She has a beautiful voice. I don't know about her stage presence as far as a singer, performer, but we know Drew for acting, okay? Drew's music has never really been in demand. This ain't no Housewives tour. This is Candace's tour. This is deep space. Drew don't gotta be there all these different times. Drew was at the Atlanta show. That's enough. I saw somebody on Twitter speculating about whether or not Candace had to pay her fee and maybe she couldn't afford the fee. I don't even care. Like my sis said, she sold out her show already. She don't have to add Drew to her show. She sold out the show by herself as Candace. So she don't have to invite Drew or anyone else to come help her perform. This is her show. If Drew want to put together a tour, Drew can put together a tour and invite who she wants to invite. It don't be that deep, but y'all be always looking for a reason to come from my sis. But it's okay. My bitch still sold out her shows. I know that much. And did. And what? Okay, so we get this boring ass, dry ass scene from Robin and Juan. And Robin is telling Juan about the Ponderosa at Giselle's house the other day and how the ladies want her to be more upset. And I don't know why they're so bothered. I don't even care like that and da-da-da-da-da-da. And Juan was like, I don't care. We know you don't care, Juan. We know. We know you don't care, Juan. These scenes are not giving. They're not giving. There's nothing. It's bland, it's dry, it's whack. We don't care. Hang it up. This, oh, we don't care about it. Then stop talking about it. Give us something else. What else is going on? We know you're not leaving him. We don't care. I promise, every time I see Juan on the TV screen, I just want to slap his face. And he ain't even my man. He didn't cheat on me. But I can't stand Juan. I don't know how Robin honestly, I don't know. I get like, I don't care. I just don't care. The LaRobins said that, you know, that their mother was going to be carrying this season. Not with these bland, boring, dry ass scenes. Carrying what? These scenes are dusty. I don't know. And you know what I forgot to say? In my last video, I dragged Juan a little bit, but I really didn't even, well, you know what pissed me off about this Juan character? He was like, I'm a nice guy. I give to homeless people sometimes $20, $50. I'm a nice guy. I'm just too nice. I'm just too nice. That's why I had to show up at the hotel and pay for this woman's room, even though she was in town to hunch a Baltimore Ravens football player. If you're such a nice guy, why haven't we seen this nice guy? Why haven't we met this nice guy? Because you know what a nice guy would have done? A nice guy would have allowed Robin to sleep in, okay? Instead of waking Robin up to go wake up your children, you woke that lady up so that she could go wake up y'all sons, even though you were already up. That lady was in bed depressed because you were cheating on her, and you couldn't even let her sleep in. Nice guy, my foot. Okay, so we're going to move right on over to Ashley's housewarming party because these in-between scenes, I didn't care too much about them. And when nothing was there, okay? Nothing was there. Now, Charisse and Karen show up to the party like twins, kind of. Obviously, Karen wore it better. Now, see, I'm not trying to come for Charisse because I actually like Charisse until she embarrassed me last season, but I like Charisse, you know, and I understand that Charisse is a fuller figured woman. She got these and wider shoulders. I get it because I got them too, but the clothes just don't never fit. Charisse just don't be doing stuff right. I like the jacket didn't fit. I don't know, maybe she should have got a larger jacket and then have a tailor fit it to fit her, you know, have him alter it to fit her properly. It's just something always be off about Charisse. And then Charisse be walking around like she's just so fabulous. And it's like, girl, it's never giving fabulous. It's never giving that. Always look disheveled and something always look off. Stop competing with Karen. You need to really apologize to Karen and so she could be your friend, so she can help you. So she could send her team on over to you. Because, baby, you could use the help. I'm sorry, but I just have to say that. I'm so sorry, Charisse. I love you, girl. This is tough love. This is what you need to hear. Don't be mad at me. So Wendy gets down to the party looking good. Let me tell y'all something about Dr. Wendy. Okay, let me tell y'all about my sis, Dr. Wendy. See, y'all was clowning her season 5, her debut season. But see, she went back to the drawing board and she been killing you hoes ever since. Killing you hoes. Best dressed, best looking, most improved, always looking good. Giving looks, giving body, giving flawless skin, giving face. My sis looks good, okay? When I tell you I feel pride, my West African sister, you better, girl, you better do that shit. Oh my God, she be looking good. That orange number she wore down to the Bravo Con, delicious. Ate all you hoes up. You could never. Y'all hoes could never. Now, I know everybody saw that little shady situation where Wendy greeted Karen, but she did not greet Giselle. And she greeted Charisse and skipped right on over Mia. Did y'all catch how Giselle scooted back as if Wendy was going to even acknowledge her existence? Giselle, you got a nasty spirit. I've defended you so much, and you made me look like a fool. It was a lot of discourse about this on the Twitter, okay, on X. And I just feel like, I don't know. The way that Giselle treated Wendy at the Spring Fling party last season, I would never speak to her again. What K. Michelle said, a ghost, you're nothing but a ghost to me. A ghost, and you don't exist no more. You would never exist. Like, I would not. One thing I don't like, don't embarrass me. I don't like shame. I don't like to be embarrassed. I know shame is not in style right now. It's not in vogue. It's not on trend. But for me, it ain't never going out of style. I don't like to be embarrassed. If I try to be the bigger person and I speak to you, I greet you. Mind you, Giselle and Wendy are sorors. She spoke to you and you acted as if she was gross. You didn't want her to touch you. Karen called you a drug addict and a prostitution whore. And she said you had a hot box and you went to Sing Sing. You can forgive her. Now, Wendy did say she was going to whoop your ass. And at the time, I didn't like that Wendy said it. But now I understand why Wendy had to say it. And now I understand why Wendy had to let you know, bitch, you can catch these hands behind my husband. Don't play. Because he's a good man, Savannah. But the way that she acted with Wendy, and she just been like, you know what, Wendy, I'm not there with you. I couldn't understand that. But she acted as if Wendy was gross to her. You the one walking around there. Girl, bye. Anyways, you ain't even important. You ain't even worth it. Next thing, I see y'all really trying to make Zipporah a thing, but we the people do not care. We do not care. Get her on out of here, just ratchet, ghetto, and uncouth. Ugh. Anyways. Okay, so Nneka coming to the housewarming, whatever this is, okay? The mess warming is really what it should be called. I found it funny how Ashley thought, oh, you know, y'all have a lot in common. She's Igbo as well. It's like, girl, the moment Wendy saw her face, heard her name, Wendy already knew that she was Igbo. We African people, we know our people, okay? She knew her tribe. She knew that was her sister. She know. She didn't need you to tell her that. Ashley, y'all gonna get on my nerves this season. I just, child. Ashley is like an ass itch. That's what she is. I don't like her. Oh, I don't like Ashley. Anyways, everyone greets the new girl, because that's what she calls herself on Twitter, the new girl. That's her hashtag. Everything is pleasant. Ashley takes Wendy away from the table. Y'all seen it. She's just such a demon child. She's a demon. Ugh. She takes Wendy away from the table. So can I talk to you? Wendy then takes this opportunity to pour into Ashley, to uplift Ashley, to encourage Ashley and say, girl, you're doing a good job. You are a mother. And tells her how proud she is of her and how she's, you know, doing the right thing as a mother and providing a warm and beautiful, loving home for her boys, and tells her she's proud of her. You know, all the things that sometimes you might need to hear to stay encouraged, you know, to feel uplifted. And she lets Ashley know, like, I really appreciate how, you know, the stance you took against Mia's violence towards me last season. And I hold you in a high regard. And I really like you. But I really don't like what happened with the Deborah thing. Don't want to feel like you're going to stab me in my back. And Ashley was like, oh, I'm not going to stab you in your back. Girl, I'm going to stab you in your front. And I'm going to smile while I do it. And I'm going to laugh. And I'm going to act like I don't know what I did. Y'all going to stop playing with this demon. I don't know. Why do y'all like to play with her? Anyways. So Ashley decides to let Wendy know, you know, I met up with Nneka the other day and, you know, she said something about, you know, that article about you being Osu and something like that. And Wendy's like looking at her crazy. And we see the flashbacks, of course, where what Ashley is relaying to Wendy is not exactly what happened with the new girl. But messy Ashley, she gonna be messy. That's what she gonna do every single time. And I'm disgusted by this storyline. I'm really disgusted. First of all, for those of y'all who do not know what exactly is happening here, back in 2020, there was this blog, very popular blog, that basically came after the entire cast of Real Housewives of Potomac. The only ones that they spared was the Bird Lady, Ashley, and Karen. Everybody else had nasty things written about them. Everybody. Giselle, Robin, Candace, Wendy. I think they even got Sharice a little bit. Nasty, nasty things. The main thing they were trying to say was that Wendy came from a cursed tribe. And you know, this is my thing. This Osu conversation, as far as I'm concerned, is really inappropriate. Now, I'm African. I'm not really Nigerian. My great-grandmother was Nigerian, but I don't really claim it because I wasn't raised in the Nigerian culture. I know enough about it. I know enough about the culture, but she wasn't Igbo. She's Yoruba. So this Osu stuff is new to me. I don't really know too much about it. And I don't care how much it's explained to me, I will never really feel comfortable talking about it. I just feel like it's not our business. I just feel like it's not our business. It's just something like, we will, if you're not from that, if you didn't grow up knowing about this and hearing it in context, I don't think it's anything someone should speak on. It's just not our business. It's been abolished. It's a thing of the past. In 2023, it has no bearings on Wendy and her family today. It has no jurisdiction here in America. It's so ancient, like it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I'm very much offended by this conversation about them going back to 2020 to bring up this, because they don't know what they're talking about. Actually, you don't know what you're talking about. You're being nasty. This storyline is nasty. The thing that bothers me is, like I said, people are talking about something they don't know about. I've heard many of people say that, oh, Eddie's family didn't like Wendy because she's from this cursed tribe. The way you guys are explaining it is not even the proper, like that's not it. That's not it. Like, I know a lot of y'all probably don't know this, but I stay on Twitter, okay? During season 5, when Wendy debuted, there was a couple of anonymous Twitter accounts, burner accounts, I guess you would say, that was spilling all this information about Wendy and why Eddie's family didn't like her, but then they mysteriously just disappeared. And I feel like they're to blame for all of this. At the end of the day, Wendy's Igbo. Eddie's family is also Igbo. If I had to guess, they fell out because, just like Wendy said, the two moms were bickering. Wendy stood 10 toes behind her mama. It doesn't give that Eddie stood 10 toes behind his mom. And so his family felt offended and they said, okay, whatever. African families, big on respect. If we feel disrespected, we will knock over all this shit. We don't play about our respect. So I'm willing to bet big money that the issue between Eddie's family and Wendy and the whole situation is just respect. Now, at some point in time, when two families are bickering and arguing back and forth, they trade insults. And maybe somewhere along the line, Eddie's family was like, oh, whatever, you guys are Osu. Not meaning that Wendy really is that. Just saying, because you're mad at the person, you probably threw an insult and somebody took it and ran with it. And I don't even want to put that indictment on Eddie's family, because Eddie's family, we ain't heard from them. They ain't never came forth to say nothing. All of this is just people putting what they want to put on it. You know, putting their 2 cents on the matter. We really don't know because we ain't heard from Eddie's family officially. Ain't nobody ever came forth and said, hey, I'm Eddie's sister, and this is the reason why we don't speak to Wendy and Eddie. Nobody's done that. So until that happens, all the speculation, y'all look silly. I just feel like I said, I feel offended by them even doing this, because back in 2020, this blog said nasty things about everyone. For them to go back and bring up what was said about Wendy is nasty work. All the things that they said about Giselle, do we want to revisit what they said about Giselle and Robin? Why would y'all do, like, y'all don't even know what that means. And the craziest part is, like, let's just say that Eddie's family still practice this caste system and this belief of the caste system. That makes them look bad. That doesn't make Wendy look bad. Because I saw people on Twitter like, oh, we about to find out the real reason they don't speak. If this is the real reason, that makes Eddie's family look bad. That doesn't make Wendy look bad. But I think it's in poor taste to bring this up. It's ignorant as all hell, because y'all don't know what y'all are talking about. We shouldn't be talking about this. This is not okay. And the fact that y'all will go back 3 years and rehash this now, it bothers me. I'm disgusted with Ashley. Giselle too, because I don't care what nobody say. Nothing move unless Giselle give her stamp of approval. This got Giselle and Ashley written all over it. And production and Robin, they know about it. But anyways, a lot of us was already canceled the new girl before the season never began because we ain't like the stuff that we were seeing in the trailer. And I can appreciate that the new girl explained to Ashley and said, hey, this has been abolished. This is not even a thing anymore. But I kind of felt like, I don't know. I can't tell the lady how to feel. I can't tell her how to react. I don't know her. I cannot order her personality. I can't tell her how to react to disrespect. But I don't know if it was me and my coworker that I'm just meeting asked me some shit like this. Me and my best friend were having this conversation earlier today. I would feel like you're disrespecting me and you're playing in my face. My reaction would have been totally different. Totally different. If I was Nneka, I would have been like, why are you asking me that? I would have had questions for Ashley. Why would you ask me that? Why do you have this interest in this? This is not even something we should be talking about. Definitely not on camera. I would have had questions for Ashley. I really would have. Because Ashley said that she met Nneka from Ngozi. Why you didn't ask Ngozi about Osu? Why did you have to ask Nneka on camera if this is something that you were really curious about? Did you feel like, oh, all the Igbo people know each other, that she was going to spill some tea on Wendy? Like, I want to give the new girl the benefit of the doubt, but I just kind of feel like if somebody came to me asking me about some cultural practices for my people, about another Liberian girl or about another Sierra Leonean girl, I'm going to be looking at you like, why you want to know? This don't concern you. Certain things you can explain about your culture until you're blue in the face, and that person is just never going to get it because they wasn't raised in that culture. So that's just, I would not have sat there and had that conversation with Ashley. I would have said, first of all, it's been abolished. Why do you want to know? Why do you ask? I'm going to make you feel embarrassed. And for Wendy, you get too much training. Wendy, you too respectful. Because the way I would have explained it if I was Wendy, I would have said, you know, the Osu, Sheila would be considered Osu. If we're going to compare it, to put it in something that makes sense to you, Sheila would be considered Osu. She the bottom of the barrel. You know, like how she used to live under the bridge with her boyfriend in the tent. That would be considered Osu. Like the way I would have violated Ashley. Don't play with me. Don't come for me. Don't try to, because that's disrespect. I don't care what nobody else. She's being disrespectful to Wendy. This is from 3 years ago. You've been hanging with Wendy for 3 years and you never asked. Off camera. All your Nigerian friends that you have, you never asked them. You never went to find out this information until you brought another Nigerian woman on this show. You're using her to play dirty. Rubbish. Anyways, like I said, I don't like this. I don't like this one bit. For them to try to pit two Nigerian women against each other on this show, after all the discourse about colorism and racism and featureism and all the other y'all been watching. Y'all know what it is. Y'all ain't never beaten the accusations. Y'all just keep digging the hole deeper for yourselves. Just digging deeper. Just digging deeper. Just nasty. I don't like this. And unfortunately, the seed has been planted because Wendy already feels a way towards Nneka. Ashley really set a fire. She really set a fire because from what we see in the previews, of course, Wendy probably went home and said something to her family, her sister, her mom. This is going to cause problem. That's not even on the show, but like in people's real lives. This what Ashley just did. She's a sick person. She's a sick person. Like, I don't like this. I don't like this. I wish that Nneka would have shut the conversation down a little bit more sternly. Like, I wish she would have really told Ashley how inappropriate it was for her to ask about that in common conversation. I still don't trust her. I still don't trust the new girl. But as of right now, I can't really drag her because she didn't really do nothing. It's the demon child, Ashley. She's the one that's doing the nasty work. I can't even hold new girl accountable. I'm going to hold Wendy a little bit accountable because, Wendy, you should know better than to trust anything Ashley says. But because of the conversation they had before this, where she's saying, I don't want you to stab me in my back, I can understand why Wendy received the information and believed Ashley. That Ashley ain't no good. She ain't no good. And the fact that Candace made up with her again, girl, ooh. But anyway. Oh, I forgot to talk about Robin and Karen. Forgot to talk about Robin and Karen. I guess we can talk about them real quick. I think that Giselle is out of order. Giselle is full of shit. To tell Karen that she owes Robin an apology for why. Robin said, Juan has been spotted around Georgetown with another woman and she looks like me. Why does she owe her an apology? Was Juan not spotted around town with another woman? Was Juan not going to hotel rooms to pay for hotel rooms for another woman? Was Juan not acting inappropriately? Why does she owe Robin an apology? For what? Robin, now Karen and Robin been going back and forth tit for tat for a moment, right? I don't really remember their interactions much from season 1. The only thing I remember is that the reunion where Karen was like, I don't need a lesson, Robin, and you can't teach it. That's the only thing I remember from season 1. Now, season 2, Karen did try Robin. She did. When Robin was saying how she didn't like what Giselle did to Charisse, and then Karen ran it back as if Robin was talking shit about Giselle and she tried to cause problem between them. Yeah, Karen, you was out of order for that. But I feel like ever since then, they have been harassing Karen's entire life. The way that they treated Karen season 3, I will never forget it. And that's why when Karen be lying now, I don't really be caring too much. I don't care that much that Karen lies because the things y'all did to her season 3 and 4, if she want to lie, if she gets away with lies, if she's a fan favorite, I don't even care. Because y'all did her so nasty season 3, it's like she paid her debt. She paid her dues. I don't really care. Now, Robin was down to BravoCon saying how Karen is obsessed with her. And it's just like, Robin, you know that we've been watching y'all on TV for 7 years, right? You know that, right? So there are many times where you came for Karen unprovoked. When you were digging in Karen's business unprovoked. When you was asking about stuff that didn't concern you, Robin. If she's giving you a taste of your own medicine, how is she obsessed? You would know about obsession. I'm sorry. Every time you came for Karen, Karen packed you on up. And if that's what's going to be happening, I'm going to enjoy that. I'm not going to lie to y'all. If we're going to be watching Karen pack you on up this season, I'm going to be here for it. Because, Robin, sometimes you deserve it. Because you used to come for Karen for no reason. When y'all were at her wig shift party, and you were like, Karen, are you concerned with what you might say when you drink? And she says, no. But you should be concerned with what Juan says when he drinks. And you were like, oh, my God. You start with Karen, and you don't never be prepared. You don't have the wit. You don't have the mouthpiece. You're not that girl. You don't read and you don't clap back effectively. I don't know why you always be starting shit with Karen. Because she says, oh, Karen started with her. Karen was very gracious to you over the years. Because season 5, your tax situation, she could have really embarrassed you. And she chose not to. So for her to come to you at the table and say, look, I want to move forward. I don't want to talk about rumors. You don't talk about rumors. Then for you to say, well, you started it. Robin, you just got your clown outfit on this season. Because what are you talking about? She started it. You've been on her back for a free ride for 7 seasons. Girl, we've been watching. We remember, girl. I think I covered everything I wanted to cover. Like I said, this episode, it was all right. It was all right. I hope it picks up. I hope episode 3 is much better. But anyways, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.